Hey, good morning and welcome to Podcast from the Pit. I am Casey.
And I am Eric.
With us today, we have two returning guests. Well, they're not guests, they're friends.
Yeah.
And we love having them on. Let's start with up top, we got Mr. Ronnie Trickshot. I'll say it for you.
Okay, I'm still not quite used to this. Okay, all right. If you have me on again, I will introduce myself. All right, there we go. I've said it.
All right.
All right. No worries. Awesome.
And we also have Mr.
Joe Recondo.
Joe Recondo. There we go.
I thought it was me that's freezing up, but I think Ronnie froze up.
Seems
I
fine.
can see Joe blinking, so I know it's not me.
I just want to start off once again saying thanks to Adam from Go Figure for our awesome intro. I love it. I don't feel like I say it enough. He just come out and just made it for us because I said I wanted one. And that's very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start off with just no show next week.
We are traveling to the great state of 73 Lairbear, and we're going to camp out in his yard.
No.
Okay.
It's coming to the great state of Indiana, and we are going to go to a few toy stores.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe do a little recording while we're at some of these toy stores, so we can put up, a few little short episodes. One of them might even be Kokomo Toys. I don't know yet. I got to talk to them.
Yeah.
But we definitely got Faraday Toys is on board, because I just don't want to show up someplace and just start filming. I want to make sure it's cool first.
Yeah. I don't know how well. It's been a while since I've been in Indiana, and I know it's extremely flat, so I might have to have something to keep me from falling over.
There's nothing wrong with straight roads, Eric.
Oh, roads aren't meant to be straight.
They are.
You gotta have a turn in there. Like that.
I can't.
You're welcome, Ronnie. I was listening to 1989 last night, and you had me rolling at work,
really?
Ronnie. I mean, just rolling. So
you're very welcome.
I was laughing. I laughed till I stopped.
Oh, it's me.
It's like, every time I listen to you and Adam do your show at work, people walk by my office and I'm just rolling. And they're like, what are you listening to?
Yep.
It's always a good time.
We're crazy, aren't we? Yep. I can't even remember what we got up to this week. Oh, we just talked about nothing. But I have been meaning to ask you, Eric, have you heard the sound effect that I downloaded for you and play every time your name is mentioned?
I never caught it.
Oh,
lay it on me
this week. Oh, it's just the sound effect of a bloke going "yeehaw." So, first time I used it, the Australian Eric Harper, he jumped into the chat and we put him up on screen. We're talking about him, and then that reminds me, I've got a sound effect for the American Eric Harper, and the yeehaw. So yeah, you have to tune in and.
I listened, but I never caught that. I guess I was busy doing other stuff, and
that's fair.
I'm sorry. I have failed you for the first time and the last time today.
No, you could never fail me, mate.
You don't know me that well.
So I'm just going to go through the chat real quick. I like saying hi to people. Don't know if he's still here, but Johnny Sorson was here at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's in Western Australia. That's a whole different time zone. That's weirder again. Yeah.
And same time Toys was here around 1:30.
Hello, Shane.
Here we go. Matthew Comstock. Awesome.
Matthew.
Yep.
Foot.
Yep.
How you doing, Foot? One of my favorites, Better Ray Bob.
I have to call Bob. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Joe Hunter 73, all the way from Austin. Not
Austin, Australia.
I wonder if there is an Austin in Australia. I'll have to check it out.
There has to be.
I think Austin is actually a sister city to Adelaide, which is where I'm from.
Could be.
Bob's got a question. Anybody excited for the Mega Sky Striker and his combo set?
Possibly.
I checked it out.
Depends on
It looks better than the other sets they came out with. Remember the ones that showed up at dollar stores and stuff? Those things are horrible, man.
I think one of Ronnie's first videos, he put one together.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Which one was it?
Put this little one together. This little guy, a little ferret. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had a grey storm shadow in there.
Yep.
Yep. I put that little one together.
Can't blame you. Yorktown.
Yeah. Now they make. Sorry to get off topic. They make Motu sets like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been eyeballing those, but they're pretty pricey secondary.
Yep. The Battery Bob collects those, and he got the Eternia one because he's got limited space in his house, so he uses the sets for displays, and they display nice. Yeah. And I have the Battle Cat. It's a bigger cat. I got that set. I haven't put it together yet.
I've seen like the Roton and a few other sets, but to me, I always see them at toy stores, and I just know they're marked up.
Yeah,
I have it. I have the Hellboy that they did, and it is really cool. I have a Ninja Turtle. So
you got me playing with my toys now.
That's our goal in life: get people to play with their toys.
Yeah,
and
I heard about that,
not,
Joe Hunter.
Yeah, I probably won't even attempt to watch it.
No,
because I agree with everybody.
Yeah,
it's all about the sliding pay scale, man. He had to not win, and he had to go 8.
At least he has some Tiger money now, though.
Yeah.
So,
does anybody have any show and tell this week? Because I have a ton.
I have
a couple.
Go for it, Aaron.
Well,
Aaron's first.
Let her rip,
Really?
Tater Chip.
See what you got, buddy.
Hello. Well, there you go. I'll show you this.
That's new.
Yeah, wear sunscreen, people. So, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes in my face now. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, sorry about my appearance.
You're fine.
Fine.
What did I get?
Now you really look like Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah. You're just dishing it out today, aren't you, Eric?
Yeah.
You're giving it to everyone. So I went to the opportunity shop this week and I picked up this.
Ooh.
For $2.99. It is the original Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom storybook based on the film from 1984.
Nice.
It was a whopping $4 Australian, so about $2.50 American, and it's fantastic. So it's got the original story and photographs from the set of the movie. So
that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Here's a bit of trivia for you. This guy here, Amrish Puri. I play cricket with his nephew.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So my good mate Sid, and he actually looks like him too. My nephew looks like Amrish Puri. So my mate Sid Puri, yep, that's his uncle.
Yeah, I'll try to get a figure of him signed.
Yeah, I'm looking out for a Mola Ram figure. So when one pops up down here, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to give it to Sid.
Well, if I spot one here, I will sell it away to you, buddy.
Okay, no worries. And I don't know if you guys heard a couple of weeks ago, Adam went to a toy fair as part of his new Toys and Tucker YouTube show, and he picked me up a present and never told me what it was. He was going to be a tease like that. He actually sent it to me and it arrived this week. And this will mean nothing to you, but it really made my day, particularly after I've come home with this on my face. It's a Shane Warne statuette.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's Shane Warne, the famous leg spinner, one of the greatest cricketers of all time. One of my all-time heroes growing up. In statuesque form. So that will,
it's almost like a starting lineup figure.
Yeah.
Why
So
they call
like
him
the
the leg
McFarlane
spinner?
toys. Yeah.
So that'll take pride of place. There isn't. Oh, actually, there is a brand on here. PlayerSync, genuine product produced under license by PlayerSync Proprietary Limited. There you go.
Why do they call him the leg spinner?
You're gonna have to. You're asking me to start explaining cricket to you, and that's dangerous ground.
Okay.
It's got to do with the way the ball spins. So obviously, when you pitch a ball in cricket, we call it bowling. It's got to bounce once, and spinners are able to make the ball bounce at different angles by imparting spin onto the ball. And a leg spinner imparts spin by using their wrist to spin the ball. And Shane Warne was one of the greatest proponents of that of all time. So
I thought he did something with his leg whenever he had it kicked back here and just started twirling it or something.
No, so in cricket, we call the right and the left the leg and the off. So when it spins from leg to off, it's called leg spin. When it spins from off to leg, it's called off spin. So yeah, it's like port and starboard. It's like right and left. Off and leg are like right and left. So he was a leg spinner.
Cool.
Nice.
That's me. I explained that pretty well, didn't I?
Yes, you
did.
Pretty happy with that explanation.
You act like you've actually played it before.
Good morning, Wreck Ship.
Wreck Ship.
Hello, Wreck Ship. Played too much. That's it for me, Katie. So Shane Warne and Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom. No Joes this week, but I will have plenty rocking up in the next couple of weeks because I've gone on a bit of a spending spree.
You got anything, Eric?
Yes, I do. So I got to thank Christian Powers, or like I like to call him, Christian Mega Powers, for this. It's a figure I've been looking for about a year now. And there's a story behind it. So it's this guy.
I'm laughing because I've got him.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him out. I'll let you talk.
The story behind it is Lone Watchman did my my picture on, or my avatar picture on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use this guy to build that figure. So I want to like paint the white, and I have Alpha One Creations is going to work on a head for me. And then I want to use some Marauder parts and put on him and have a true unmasked hillbilly.
Is it all because of the overhauls?
Yes. Yeah, the picture that Lone Watchman did, he put me in bibs. And
Bibs.
which I love bibs. They're awesome.
Are they called overalls?
Yeah, that's what we call them.
Yeah, right.
We call them bibbed overalls here, but everybody shortens it to bibs. And so yeah, I need to pick me up a pair. I have one pair of them, and they're all ink stained where I worked at a newspaper office. But yeah, that's more. I've never watched Doctor Who.
And that's a tragedy because Doctor Who is one of the greatest shows ever.
I watched Doctor Who one time. It was whenever the Doctor had like 3 mile long scarf.
Tom Baker.
Okay. I never could get it. Had little trash cans running around saying exterminate. Had plungers sticking out of them.
All right, since you're bad mouthing Doctor Who, you got anything new, Joe?
I only got one thing. I picked up at the toy show last week, and I listened to your podcast on the way there. But I got this on trade. I got the Final Hunter set.
Oh gosh!
Now it's open box, sealed contents. So the file cards are there. But yeah, it's something that'll stay in my collection. But eventually, I'll trade it off or bring it to a show and sell it.
That's superb.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't get the whole dinosaur thing. I really don't. But he just looks like he has problems or something. I don't know.
He's praying. He's got his little hands together.
Yep. And then I picked up a couple triple T's at that show. Just some ones I can restore and put new decals on. But other than that, I haven't gotten really nothing. It's been Christmas shopping for me.
I like that Delta 17 sticker beside you.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
You're surrounded by Delta 17, man. That's
I am.
Awesome.
It's all like it's in here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Joe Recondo broadcasting from undisclosed Delta 17 HQ.
Delta 17 bunker.
I like that hat too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in my Dodge
my
Ram hat.
Oh,
Yep. Cincinnati Reds.
They still have a team?
Edition. Nice. So I had a good week. Excuse me, a good week of getting stuff in.
Show us your Motu.
Nope. Well, I did have a couple more. Got a couple more too. But
whip it out.
I want to preference this first part with it's not a rabbit hole yet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is
no.
then.
No, it's not. Because
Casey's chasing
I
rabbits.
got this at an Ollie's. I don't really do a lot of Marvel Legends, but these are from the 80s. Me and Adam's been talking
You've
about
been listening to Adam.
It's funny because when he was talking about it,
Yeah.
I had this guy ordered already, Hawkeye, and I messaged him, showed him.
Yeah.
But Hawkeye was my favorite Avenger.
We have to fill the
Back
other
in the
boys
day.
in. Adam
Yeah.
bought 20 Marvel Legends last week.
Wow.
17.
No, he revised it to 20. You have to listen to his show.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Oh,
Yeah.
I must have
Yeah.
just missed that part. But my
20.
Hawkeye came with the Sky Cycle. I got that off Amazon. Pretty good discount, like 40% off.
Beautiful.
I got this at Ollie's for like 19. And what I like about this is it's the Doctor Doom from the Secret Wars. They're not saying it on here, but that's when this Doctor Doom came to be. And I got Wonder Man for 13 off Amazon.
Nice.
See, you're justifying the price in your head. Well, it's not a rabbit hole, but they're so cheap. So
Yeah.
You're going to
But
keep going.
Here's the thing. I'm only getting stuff from the 80s. Characters from the 80s. Back when comics were good. And funny story about this guy. I was at a toy store. It's nice, but it's very pricey yesterday. And I asked how much because he didn't have a price on it. He said 60. And I put it down. He's like, well, I'll do half. So 30. And I'm like, that's all right. I'm starting to leave. He's like, all right, 20. So I paid 20 for it.
So I'm going to an Ollie's
next week.
I'm going to an Ollie's today. You want me to look out for any Avengers for you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As long as they're 80s.
Yep.
Just send me pictures and, yeah. Or let me know what they got. So, Big Bad Toy Store, Cartoon Collection Motu, I'm totally in on 100%. Yes, it is a rabbit hole. Here we go. Not a rabbit hole yet. Do I need help to get you for it? Oh, and hey, welcome, Ken. So good to see
morning,
you.
Ken.
I know it's early. Thank you.
Oh, I watched Ken's Resolute video this week with you blokes.
It was good, right? Really,
It was very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
He does such an amazing job.
He's a regular documentary maker.
He does
He's
an
our
amazing
Ken
job.
Burns.
Absolutely.
There's definitely a lot of talent there.
And Clawful. So I got this from Big Bad Toy Store. Luckily, I do take them off the card anyway because it fell off as soon as I pulled it out of the box.
So that figure, you're not the only one to post that or anything. There's been a couple posts where they've been getting them in the mail and it's just coming right off the card.
Just fell right off.
Yep.
I didn't have to do anything to it. But I'm cool with it because I open everything anyway. Now, I'm going to preface this as not another rabbit hole.
Okay.
Not another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's what the show's about. Not another rabbit hole.
I just wanted a few of this line to go with my Valaverse.
That's how it
Podcast
starts.
from the rabbit hole.
That's how it starts. One.
Oh,
Operation Monster Force.
Yeah.
These figures look so good.
They actually do. I just had one of those come to me for my buddy in South Africa. I just shipped it off to him, and I looked at it. The paint apps on that are amazing.
Right? So I got Sleepwalker.
oh,
Nice.
Kind of looks a little Delta 17-ish.
yeah.
Well, his name's Delta Red.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if his name's Delta Red or that's his faction or
Ken, we're getting into some yep.
Very cool. There's another one that says Delta Red, but I'm sure it's something else. But
cool.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I had here.
The Delta Reds are like Special Forces group. They're vampires.
So it's not a rabbit hole, but you just showed me like 6 of them.
Yeah.
4.
There's a reason why I haven't pulled the trigger on them yet. 2 reasons.
And
I got him because he reminds me of Red Shadows.
Yep.
He was the first one.
Ken just mentioned that.
Thanks for not telling us the reasons, Eric.
Well, one reason is they're expensive.
They are pricey.
And the other reason is if I don't have the room.
Yeah, that's what Casey said about classified, but then he's just gone and shown us a whole bunch
Well,
of...
because classified is just an upper scale of amazing figures I already have.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I don't have these.
Okay.
If I could get these in 3 3/4, 4 inch, I'd get them.
Oh, here's something that Ronnie would like.
Eels. I've got one of them coming. I bought one this week. So, yeah, I've got one of them coming. Look, there's my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got so many core figures. Yeah. You've seen my video on the core. How many did I have? 100 and something?
Yeah.
100, I don't know. I can't remember.
I mean, he's a really cool figure. The legs need to be a little bit beefier. He looks like he's got chicken legs compared to his upper torso.
Yeah.
He's barrel chested with like 2 little chicken legs.
I love the texture on his feet, though.
Jokers.
Yeah. He's got them tread on the bottom of his feet. I dig that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And Morning
So,
Larry.
Morning, Larry.
Morning,
Oh,
Larry.
Larry's here. And
We'll be at your house next Saturday.
Camping out.
And did you guys miss G.I. Jokers is here?
Yep.
Morning, Jokers.
The man.
Always got such great posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite Instagram account.
Oh, thanks.
Keep saying it.
Thanks, man.
So, just so you know, 2 of those things are not rabbit holes.
All right,
Next week, Casey will have the rest of the Operation Monster Force ordered.
Those were the only ones I wanted.
So they're chipmunk
I'm
holes.
good.
They're smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did cancel
Oh,
all the other because I did pre-order like 6 more Monster Force packs. I canceled them because I don't want it to become something. I got the army builders I want.
What
I
ones
think
did
they'll
you cancel?
slot right in.
that should be your new side
Everything else.
podcast. Not another rabbit hole.
It's going to be a groundhog hole, not a rabbit hole.
Yeah, like I said, podcast from the other rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Ronnie, question for you.
Oh no, here comes a bad joke.
If a human and a dinosaur ran a
Told
foot
you.
race,
Yeah.
who would win? This is scientifically proven.
Tell me.
Humans would win.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
They don't want to get eaten?
Dinosaurs are extinct. Duh.
Come on, think out of the box,
Podcast from the
Ronnie.
rabbit hole. I like it.
It's like that old joke. Why did Susie fall off the swing?
I don't know.
She had no arms. Knock,
I
knock.
can't tell that one at school.
Knock, 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 Eric. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Susie. I think we should talk about G.I. Joes, eh?
Yes.
Let's talk about G.I. Joes.
Let's talk about
1991. Oh, we got to get our list. That's right.
Yeah. What's going on in 91, Ronnie?
A lot of
I don't
things.
know what's going on in 91.
Yeah.
Operation Desert Shield kicked off in January in Kuwait. The United Nations deadline expired, and the coalition swarmed into Kuwait. Saddam Hussein he fled, and on the way out, he set fire to all of Kuwait's oil wells, leaving a pool of black smoke over the country and a massive oil slick in the Gulf. What a nice young man Saddam Hussein was. Not. Mikhail Gorbachev survived a coup attempt in the USSR, which is interesting. Trouble kicked off in Yugoslavia. The Serbs besieged the Croatian port of Dubrovnik, which sort of kicked off a bit of trouble in the Balkans. What else happened? A couple of things happened in Australia that you guys wouldn't know about. There was a mass shooting in New South Wales, Strathfield Plaza. Killed 6 people with an AK-47 before turning the gun on himself. It would have been one of the last mass shootings in Australia, I reckon. 1996 was definitely the last one. But yeah, that I didn't actually know about that. I wasn't aware of that. But some of the songs from 1991, and I'm not going to sing, Larry. Everything I do it for you. Who's that? That's Bryan Adams, eh?
Yep. Robin Hood.
And what about this one? This clearly signified the dawn of a new era in music. Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, was a massive song in 1991. Real. Some of the films: Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yep.
Terminator 2. City Slickers. Home Improvement debuted on TV and went nuts. And some people who passed away in 1991. Miles Davis, the jazz trumpeter. And, of course, singer Freddie Mercury died at the age of 45 from AIDS-related diseases in 1991. So that's 1991. Thanks to Ronnie Trickshot. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm here next.
Eric Carr also passed away in 91.
Okay. He's not listed here, but this is...
Yeah. Well, he was a drummer for Kiss.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Didn't he die the same day Freddie Mercury did?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had brain cancer.
So Ken's throwing in 91 Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter in WrestleMania 7.
Yeah.
And look who's here, the Cobra Pit.
Oh, yeah.
And GNR, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Yes. I even had it.
Was that the one with the little kid with his winky hanging out? Yeah. Didn't he sue? I think he sued, didn't he?
He did, or he tried to recently. I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah. It's one of the world's most famous winkies.
So, 91.
Mhm.
I was out of Joe. I wasn't collecting any toys. I say that I was doing Star Trek Next Generation figures because I love Star Trek Next Generation. But I was getting no Joes or anything like that. So making these lists are fun because I try to view it as, what would I get if I was 10 or 12 back then. So it was a fun list to put together. Not a strong list for vehicles, I don't think.
No, there wasn't many.
Was weak.
No play sets either.
No play sets. But I mean, like I put in the Instagram ad, there are some hidden gems here.
Yes.
Yeah.
There really is.
Absolutely.
So we will go around. We'll start with Ronnie as
I'm Eric.
I should have done that. That hurt.
So, sometimes I don't know if I want to say Eric or Hillbilly, and I get stuck.
You're okay.
And Joe.
You're okay.
Call him EH.
Yeah.
Eric Harper?
Yeah.
No, Eric Hillbilly.
Or HH.
Yeah. Double H.
HEH. Hillbilly Eric Harper. There we go. So we'll start with the vehicles, which honestly, there's one I thought was really cool.
Me too.
I just had to pick, like, if I was getting them, which ones I would want.
Yeah, so slim pickings with the vehicles.
Yes.
Number 3 for me is the Brawler.
Yes.
Never had it. Don't feel like getting it, but it's one of the best of a bad bunch, obviously. It's just a cool, compact little tank there with a couple of groovy looking accessories. So yeah, don't have much more to say about it, to be honest. Number 3, Brawler for Ronnie Trickshot.
Well, I didn't see those on the list on 3D Joe's, but I mean,
I did.
Yeah.
make a list however you want.
Yep.
I must not have went down that far.
I didn't either. But my number 3 is something I think they did this as an homage vehicle for the Cobra Wolf, and that's the Ice Saber.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Would I have bought it? Nope. But it still looks cool.
No, that's a cool vehicle.
Yeah, I might buy it today. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Another rabbit hole.
Oh, it's Joe. I'm always that's the rabbit hole I dived into like 5 years ago. Never
That
getting
and
out.
Dime Novel Legends.
Hey, did you guys know the Ice Saber had a built-in cap gun?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I did not.
Yeah, it's supplied with caps. Can you see the
Yep.
caps? Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
tuck them in there and it goes bang, bang, bang.
That is
kind of
cool.
like Thunder Punch He-Man.
Yep.
Didn't that come with the cap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Can't
round.
do that anymore.
No.
I seen a
You're
cap
impressive.
gun in Walmart the other day. I was pretty impressed. I about bought it. It even had a little ring of caps with it. I was like,
Yeah. That is West
Nothing like-
Virginia, though.
yeah,
You should buy
nothing
them
like
just,
this.
just so we can smell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll hand them out at Joe Fest. Here.
These are caps.
You know, something I wish they'd bring back, and I had some vehicles like this. I had a
Yes.
UFO. Yeah,
I
like
guess.
this.
I can't.
And
I guess.
you roll it, and it'd have sparks fly up inside of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember those.
Like
Oh.
carpet on fire,
Yeah, like your hair on fire.
Yep, hair on fire.
But they're such cool vehicles. I had one that looked like the flying sub from oh shoot, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was a submarine show back in the 70s. And they had a flying
Recondo?
sub. No. But I'll figure it out here directly. But I love that kind of stuff. So I'll get
Good
off my
morning,
tangent.
Pete.
Morning,
Morning,
Pete.
Pete.
What's your 3, Joe?
All right, 91 for me. First of all, I wasn't collecting or playing with toys, but I was collecting them. So my buddy's little brother, a couple years younger than us, he'd have Joes, and then he wouldn't play with them anymore. They'd end up in the yard. I just take them and throw them in my collection. And so I had a lot of this stuff. But the number 3 for me would be the Badger. And I don't know how it didn't get recalled because the spring mechanism was so strong on that you'd put your own eye out. I like the green color was really cool, and it had some play value to it. But the missile launcher was everything.
Matthew, it may have been called the Stingray. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember the name of the show. It was like a military submarine and whatnot. And it wasn't Sequest. It was way before Sequest.
Way before Sequest, yeah. So, yeah, Bob, I had a ton of those cap guns with the rolls, the red ribbons. Those were fun.
Did you ever chew on them?
No.
Yeah, just chew on them.
Pow.
So I'm going to go with my number 3. And honestly, it's not a vehicle I like, but have a good friend, Jaren from Anything Joe's, who loves to collect the Badger. So I'm going with number 3, the Badger.
Yep.
He's got a ton of them.
Nice.
Hey, good morning, Stacy. Hope you have a good day at work.
Stacy had a heck of a haul yesterday. He was sending me pictures there last night. I was drooling over him. The boy did good.
Good.
The boy did good.
Nice.
He went to an auction, I think is what he said, and he brought home a pile of Joes.
Good work.
On card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Show us
paint
that.
on card prices, I got to find a figure I really, really want.
Well, these were the ones that sold at Dollar General.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those are cool.
And a couple of them I'd never seen. It was a Snake Eyes version 4 painted up different. And the Storm Shadow was painted up different. I was like, those are really cool. And he had my favorite version of Cobra Commander.
The Shipwreck's cool, too.
Yeah. But the Cobra Commander had the hood. And I was like, yes. Okay.
Number 2 for me.
Yep.
Septic tank. Take that to the bank.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just something about its color. Perfect for eco warriors. You can just see Cesspool cruising around in one of those, squirting toxic waste at everything. Yeah, certainly one of my favorites. So, number 2 for me, septic tank.
Nice.
So my number 2, there's so many options that you could do with this. You could paint it black, whatever. The septic tank. If you paint it black and put like a double set of cannons on top on a swivel, that would look amazing.
That's pretty cool.
If I know a lot of people hate on it, but if I seen that, I might get that one day. So,
I mean, I get it if you like it, but that's an easy pass for me. I'm not a big fan of any of the Eco Warrior stuff.
The 90s stuff is becoming popular.
yeah.
It has a following, which I think is great.
Oh, I'm not hating on it. It's just not my thing.
No, me neither.
It takes heat off the cool stuff from the 80s.
Oh, nice.
All my 91 figures out, and it fills up this whole table.
That's cool.
Love them.
I mean, that's great. If I was born 10 years later, I'd probably have that love for him too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what you got, Joe?
My number 2 is a mail away.
Okay.
And it's the Triple T. I don't own it. It comes in some weird colors. I think Hawk sent you a letter with it in the mail away saying it's been repainted or something. It's probably something they just Hasbro messed up on and threw it in a bag and mailed it.
Yeah.
But it's cool looking and it's part of the Sarge collection, but I don't have one yet, but I will. I'll pull the trigger on one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
My number 2 is the Battle Wagon. That thing, I don't know if I've ever seen one in hand. I mean, I've seen people have them, but I've never held one in my hand or anything. But I do remember it in the comic books for like a couple issues, and it looked pretty vicious. Yes.
Like issue 112, 113, 114, that era of the issues I think that thing showed up in.
I don't know if they were attacking Castle Destro or some other. It was a castle, though. I know they were attacking.
It's. I think it's on the cover of one of them.
Yeah, I think so. But it seemed fun in the issues. That's my number 2.
Beautiful. So my number 1 for me is the Badger.
Nice.
I don't have a Badger because I don't collect vehicles, but I do have the Street Fighter version.
Oh, nice! I've never seen that before.
Cool. Yeah, me either.
So, the story with this is when I first started collecting, I bought a big lot from a gentleman around the corner from me, and there was 5 or 6 vehicles in there. This was one of them, and I sold all the other ones, and this one didn't sell. And the fact that it didn't sell was probably good because it started to grow on me, and I've kept it. So
now, would you agree that that spring-loaded missile is very powerful?
I can't say I've tried. Should I?
Watch yourself. You have another hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing flies.
Don't point it toward your nose.
That's gone. That's on the other side of the room. I don't know where that's going. Number 1's Badger, but yeah, I've got the what do they call this? Crimson Cruiser or something. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's awesome.
That is cool. It's bright. You wouldn't need a lantern or anything to take that out in night with. You find that in a pitch dark cave.
Absolutely.
It emits light.
I was gonna say he could turn off his light in there and just go off that.
Yeah. That is cool though, man. I'll give you that. That is cool.
Absolutely.
So
it's incredibly good shape too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardly play with.
My number 1, if I would have seen this in 91, I would have snatched it. The Desert Apache. That thing looks so cool.
It's a little underscaled though.
Yeah. But what the playability with it having that handle on the back of it?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had done a Dragonfly like that? That would have been so cool. And it's just a killer design. I don't know. I've never seen one in the wild or other than just in pictures. So if I'd have seen that, I'd have snatched it. And today, if I see one, I may snatch it. But if they have that or a Dragonfly, I'd be like, "Ear." So
Dragonfly.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the tan version of the Dragonfly they did in like 2004?
No.
Yeah, that's like a Toys R Us exclusive.
Oh, nice.
And it's the old mold from 84,
Wow.
83, and it's tan.
That's cool. Yeah. There's a reason.
I found myself missing the original Battlestar Galactica, so I found them the whole collection on DVD for $19 at Walmart. So I bought it.
Nice.
We had the Battlestar Galactica vehicles, the the Viper and the Cylon disc.
Raider.
Yeah, and whenever the kid died from shooting the missile down her throat, Mom and Dad took the missiles out of the glider on me. That was mine because I was not allowed to have the good guys because my brother, he's being a butthead. And but they took the missiles because they's like, Eric puts everything in his mouth. So we got to take this away from him. One of the worst weapons I ever got was I had hold of my brother's Viper vehicle, and Dad caught me sticking it in my mouth, and he beat me like a redheaded stepchild. No offense, Ronnie.
Rough.
Well, what was bad is he only had one hand he could beat me with. His other one was all jacked up, so he...
On Mountain Dew.
Oh no!
Gonna go chuck Grandpa's war medals off the bridge.
Yeah,
Love that movie.
He'd worked at a trim ring factory and got his hand caught in a spinner. You put like pieces of sheet metal in there. That's so cool. Like that. But yeah, he had one hand all jacked up, and he used his right hand like a weapon. I mean, I still have flashbacks in the middle of the night. I'll wake up in cold sweat, crying. Anyhow, I get off my soapbox. Joe, how are you today?
Number one, Joe.
My number one, another mail away. I didn't realize it came out in 91, and I don't have it. I used to have one, and I ended up trading it. But it's the mail away ferret. This is the original one.
Mm-hmm.
The mail away was a lot lighter blue color. You know, it was more pronounced, and it's kind of sought after. I see them on eBay all the time, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Because ferret's actually a really cool vehicle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like mine.
Yeah, I never had it. I got my ferret parked out in the shed.
Here's mine.
Yeah. My number one is the Cobra Ice Saber.
Mm-hmm.
It is, going through the list, I guess I missed the mailaways on there, or else my list would probably be a lot different. It was the coolest one out of 91 of the regular releases, in my opinion. So that is my number one.
Yeah.
That Ice Saber, I think you could put like 20 guys on that thing. That had a lot of foot pegs, as I recall.
And a cap gun.
And a cap gun.
Yep.
The cap gun sells it for me. If I'd have known about that, that'd have been up my number one.
All right, so let's hit the figures. I did find the figures to be a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was not the year I was thinking it was.
91 is a fantastic year, and I knew exactly what sort of a year it was, and I knew this would be difficult. So much so that I've got 3 honorable mentions, which I'm not going to mention because I don't want to rain on any parades because I'm sure they appear in your top 5. But my number 5 is this guy. It's none other than Big Ben.
It's a good looking figure.
Cool. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Nice big backpack, face paint. Face paint was a common. Yeah, face paint was a common theme throughout 1991, as we'll soon find out. So great guy, little satchel, and yeah, it's just an awesome concept as well. He's a pommy dude. So great colors as well. So who said 90s is all about neon? No, there were some.
There were a couple that weren't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's my number 5, Big Ben.
Nice.
So my number 5 is a pretty cool figure. I dig him. Cesspool. I don't care for the mask that he came with, but man, he looks so evil having that scar down his face. I'm like, this dude could rival Destro.
Yeah.
Or Cobra Commander.
Cesspool was crazy in the comics, I thought, when he was in there. So he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
I just can't get behind the whole eco stuff. I don't know what it is.
It's a cool gimmick that where they get wet and you can see like the splotches on them. I remember
Absolutely.
Hot Wheels was coming out with that where you could run them through water and they'd change colors.
Color splash.
Yeah.
Yep. They actually have new ones out too, Eric. I've seen them.
Cool. Now we need to get Stompers back.
So,
Right.
Casey, are you telling me that this guy isn't your number one?
Spoilers. No.
So that's my number 4 or 5. Yeah, that's it.
You always lose count, don't you, Eric? You did that.
Yeah, I'm not a smart man.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jason.
Morning,
Happy
Jason.
to see
Morning,
you.
Jason.
The dude.
Yeah, that is
Cesspool
cool.
almost reminded me of like a newer version of Major Blood, who he was.
Yeah,
Mercenary-esque, you know.
Stompers are a rabbit hole. If I would come across a bunch of them in a shop, yeah, they'd be gone.
I have a tank set, a World War II Tiger tank Stomper set with a land bridge and all that. It's in the box here.
Cool. There's one particular one. If I find it, it's a white Camaro with green stripes on it. I had that one. So
There was also a mail away McDonald's one.
what?
Yeah, it's one of those old square body Chevys, and it's white with green, and it says McDonald's on it. I have one. So
Nice.
It's in a box here.
It's one of the things I love about you, Joe. You have so much toy knowledge.
A little bit, not.
No, you do.
You get into your superheroes. I don't know nothing about superheroes. I like Batman, and that's it.
Batman is the best.
Michael Keaton Batman. That's it. Yeah.
This might be an unpopular opinion, which I have plenty of those unpopular opinions. I thought Affleck was great as Batman.
Yeah, he actually was a good Batman too. But just being a kid in the 80s when Batman came out, I saw it in the theaters and I was like, oh man, Mr. Mom, he's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. If you would hit the like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're shooting towards 250. Oh,
yeah, are we really?
No, not really. We're sliding there. We got 221 right now.
Yeah, we're sliding. Do we go back? You go backwards?
I keep forgetting to put this up.
I
had so much fun talking to you guys.
Whoa. I just gotta hit the like
was
button.
underrated as Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
He put me in mind of the Batman that I liked from the comics that was a bruiser and a fighter, and I wish they'd bring him back as the world's greatest detective because he is.
What made him, to me, one of my favorite Batmans is he also played a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You get somebody that's great as Batman, suck as Bruce Wayne, or you get the other.
Yeah.
He was both.
And he made Superman cry for his mommy.
Yep.
Yes. Stories could have been better. Yes.
Yeah.
I will give you that for sure.
He didn't just make Superman cry for his mommy. He made him cry for Batman's mommy as well.
Yes. Kevin, he was one of the greatest.
Yeah. He was the best voice actor. He's in one of the episodes of The Flash too.
That.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Batman, so yeah.
Oh, I got Joe. I'll have to send you some pictures of my Batman collection. And
Now,
if there's
Ronnie,
anything,
real quick,
Oh, you
is
don't
there
have
any
to.
superheroes in Australia?
Are there any superheroes in Australia?
comic book
Crocodile.
wise.
Crocodile Dundee.
No.
Bluey.
Bluey. My oldest daughter is 28, and she loves watching Bluey still.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Nah. I can't think of any Australian superheroes. I'm sorry. Blinky Bill. Skippy.
Joe, who's your number 5?
Great minds think alike, and I went with Aaron and Big Ben. He's such an awesome figure.
He is a great figure.
Do you guys grenades in a little satchel? You probably do. Your stuff's usually complete.
I think I've got one in there.
I can't remember if it came 1 or 2, but that's just the little small things that they put on figures. I've always adored that.
Yeah.
But the paint, he could almost be Night Force.
Absolutely. He was one of the first 90s figures to get a classified.
They did a nice job with that figure too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's one of the few ones I kept. My number 5 is probably the third best version of Snake Eyes is version 4.
I like that figure. I don't have one, but
Me
I like
too.
it.
The blue just kind of
boom.
Top of the morning to you, Will.
Aaron just pulls it right out of
the. Good morning, Will.
Will.
Always good to see Will.
Will is such
nice.
a good guy.
Well, survived that hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how he survived it? That hurricane seen that Will's house was in his path and turned.
He told me he went outside and shook his fist at it.
Yeah. I can see that. Will's a big guy.
Yeah.
Will. That hurricane's like, oh no.
And when Aaron comes to Go Fest, he can meet Will and maybe Will's brother. Will's brother showed up last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and his nephew.
All nice. Meet him.
Great family.
Was it last year or this year?
Well, it's this year.
I didn't get to meet them. I feel
you let me down, Eric.
Yeah. Welcome to my family's world.
Number 4, Ronnie.
Number 4 for me is Snow Serpent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
I reckon he's
got
better than
a snowboard, don't he?
Yeah, he came with a snowboard. He had a lot of accessories too, as I recall.
Yeah. That's all of his accessories on there on him right there. So couple of guns, missile launcher, backpack, couple of hoses.
That's awesome.
And I don't know if it was that exact mold, but then they do a mail away one too.
Oh yeah, a little bit later it was like a teal color.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a teal color.
But
yeah, no, I reckon that's almost better than the original Snow Serpent. Controversial opinion, but
that is actually. I love the OG.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Original Snow is the best. Good morning, Matt. But he's a figure. And I know you like purple, Joe, but I think the only thing that kept him out of my top 5 was the purple for snow.
I do love the purple one. It's my favorite color.
Right.
So when I got my last Dodge pickup, I wanted to order a plum crazy purple, and they would not do it because they said that, where they make the Dodge trucks, they don't have that paint there. I was so pissed.
Tell them to buy it.
Well, then I was going to have it wrapped, but no, that's a lot of money. I'm not wrapping anything. It's like $5,000.
Yeah. So my number 4 is Red Star.
It's one that I don't have.
He's really cool. And he's a member of the October Guard, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He
always had that mean look on his face. He's like,
yeah. And I like to put the October Guard together, but there's some expensive figures there.
They are pricey, but that would be one of my goals too, is to get all the October Guard.
I have the Delta 17 October Guard figure.
Well, maybe Super 7 will do an October Guard because they were animation.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
That'd be
cool.
That would be a win-win for everyone.
Oh,
I want a horror show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't the original October Guards that released was a Joe Club exclusives or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very pricey.
So, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I know the good thing about the Super 7 figures is they are doing from Sumbo and the comic books. So, yeah, we do have a shot of getting some October Guard.
I still got to order the twins. I want a set of those twins. They're on Big Bad still.
They're pretty cool. I like them.
I was talking to the guy at Super 7 whenever at Joe Fest. Ronnie ought to go to it. And but I asked him, I said, so did the new figures have wrist articulation? And he's like, he was French or something. He's like, no, they do not have wrist articulation. And I was like,
sounds better like that.
And I was like, well, Delta 17 has wrist articulation.
You spilled my macchiato.
Macchiato. And
good morning, Lilith.
He's like, oh, what's this Delta 17? And I was like, it's the greatest figure set since the original G.I. Joe.
You ain't wrong.
And I was like, whoa.
This is my husband, Gregory.
What?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, okay. Talladega Nights.
Yep.
Ugh.
I was just watching that the other day. It was on.
My wife and I went and seen that in the theater on our anniversary one year, and about walked out. Just about walked out on it. And I was like, nope.
Oh, imagine how she would have gone in Bruno, mate.
Oh my God.
Never seen that either.
You got to see that one.
Yeah, except for the dancing Winky part.
Or the exercise bike.
I'll pass.
You don't want to see that, Eric.
We watched Bad Grandpa, and she made me turn.
That's tame. That's tame compared to Bruno.
Oh my, no.
Have you seen Borat, Eric?
No.
Borat's hilarious.
Yeah.
I know a few lines from it, like great success.
My wife.
That's how
very
I
nice.
My
how much? You are retard.
That's such a funny movie.
Yeah.
Who you got at 4, Joe?
Number 4 for me would be Dusty.
That's just dirty. That's not just dirty, It's dusty.
I liked his colors. He's almost like the original figure, even though his hair is kind of red. Maybe he was taken after Aaron. I don't know. But his gun, though, has a slide out stock. Yep. Came with a wolf. I'm an animal guy. I love all the animals. Or coyote or something he came with. But that gun is amazing.
It is. And it does slide out. There we go.
Yep. Little Foley stock.
Yeah. He's on my list to get for sure.
Can you put Larry's list back up? Yeah. I can see that.
Sonic Fire Dial Tone had some nice paint on him.
Yeah.
He did.
He almost made my list.
I'm dropping all the Dusty stuff here.
I did, Lilith. I picked it as my number 1.
Yeah. Because Casey's cool like that.
I can't.
Like that.
So is it my turn to go at 4?
Your turn, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let her
Interrogator.
Ooh.
Ew, that is a good figure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very cool. I don't have it.
Another good one. He's pretty inexpensive still.
Yeah. I will definitely try to pick him up.
Probably get him at Joe Fest for like $20.
Fest, yeah.
I had him and I traded him off. I thought he was a little jakey the way his waist and the torso meet.
I think he looks pretty good.
Just didn't jive for me. I don't know if it's where his coat comes all the way down into his waist area.
It could be.
It just kind of looked off to me.
Looks like he's wearing a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or one of them aprons that the Masons wear. But anyway,
I guess
not
it's
trying
me.
to offend anybody. Yeah.
It's my
Ronnie's
turn.
number 3.
I got it. I've got him out. I've got to find him.
Uh-oh.
He took a ride on the Badger missile.
Oh. Here we go. This is an unusual one, but another figure that grew on me as an adult. I picked him up in a lot, and I tried to sell him, but no one would buy him. And I'm so glad I kept him because he's one of my favorites, and that's Zap.
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
Yep, another good with good paint on him.
It's a good update of him.
Yeah. And I love this little moustache and his hairstyle. It's real old school, sort of almost Cary Grant or Gone with the Wind. He's
He looks a lot like Cary Grant. I wonder if they modeled him after him.
Quite possibly. The accessories are pretty space age, but and his helmet's a bit weird, but I like the sculpt. I love the colors, that dark green and that silver. It's really, really cool. So that was my number 3, version 2 Zap.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Eric?
Number 3, Big Ben.
Big Ben at 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the more military look. And he's probably one of the best figures I thought came out that year. He looks like something that should have came out in the mid-'80s, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, he's a good figure for sure. And like I said, the Classified was come out with a Night Force version of him, and it was awesome too.
Yeah.
Who's your 3, Joe?
My number 3 is the Desert Scorpion because I'm an Army builder guy.
Yeah.
He's a pricey figure complete now. And he came with a giant scorpion, which was okay, but his accessories are really cool.
Yeah. I don't have him.
I have one.
Because I know if I get him, I'd probably want 2 or 3. Yep. And like you said, they are getting pricey.
Yep.
Yes.
I think a really nice complete one. I mean, eBay prices. I think I've seen them like $70. I'm like, geesh.
Yeah.
But he's got a cloth goods thing too on the back of his.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool figure.
Mine's not complete. Very hard to get a complete one down here. This one nudges triple figures in Australia. So
I like the colors. The colors on them. Well, you can pick them up at Joe Fest and then bring them back to Australia.
Yeah,
easy that way.
Pick you up like a suitcase full and then sell them.
What's your number 3, Casey?
Ronnie's getting tired, guys. It's late.
No, it is. It's also Sunday over there.
Yeah.
Red Star.
It is now. Yes.
Red Star is my number 3.
Yeah.
Just for all the same reasons he was it 4 to you, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all the same reasons. The October Guard is really cool. And I like how he looks. He's how I always picture like Soviet special forces in the 80s. I've seen Red Dawn a few times. So that's how I picture. I think it's a great figure.
Russian soldiers still wear that blue and white striped undershirt as well.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. I actually bought one last week, so I'm expecting it to rock up in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to it. Number 2 for me, Mercer.
Mercer.
Oh yeah, Granddad.
And again, another unpopular opinion because I'm a child of the 90s. This guy's almost better than version 1 Mercer.
He's got a lot more detail on him.
Yeah. Another controversial opinion, but
a little wrestle with
that. Really love that one. You can clearly see from this figure that he used to be a Viper. Like that.
Yes.
That just screams Viper. But obviously he's made a few adjustments to his uniform, and one of my favorites.
I would have to paint that gun. Just the red gun is it throws me off.
It could be black.
Yeah, it could be black.
Yeah.
But I think honestly it is a better figure than version 1.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Boy. Yeah. Eric's gonna be wrestling everyone.
Yep.
See, even Joe Hunter says it's got a fantastic head sculpt.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. If they would have kept that with the same background as the first Mercer, it'd be a perfect figure. Perfect character.
Okay.
But anyhow, my number 2 is Snake Eyes version 4. Snake Eyes for life. Yeah.
Nope. Good colors on him.
Eh. I'm not big on the bright blue and the orange sword, but it works. You can look at it and say, hey, that is Snake Eyes.
I didn't pick him because he's too similar to this guy. Do you know that guy? That's Night Vulture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very similar. So yeah, I was a bit.
Yeah. That's a good list, Matt.
Low light. Yeah, it's one that no one's mentioned yet. It's another good one. Let's go.
He wasn't on my list, but he's also a good figure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very Night Force-ish looking, you know.
Mhm.
But my number 2, another army builder, is the Crimson Immortal.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great figure. Lots of accessories. Very true to the old school Crimson Guard. Not a reissue, though. I always thought he was a reissue of the Guard, but he's not. He's his own figure. But another great figure. I got a couple of them. I love that figure.
Yeah. It's a cool figure.
Mine's completely naked. I've got no accessories for him. So
There's a ton of accessories for him.
yeah, I know. But maybe one day. In the meantime, he can just be the leader of my.
Joe Fest will have those accessories in.
Okay.
Drawerfuls of them. You just pull them out.
Casey, what's your number 2?
Crimson Guard Immortal is my number 2.
You know where you could get the accessories for that, Casey?
Makari.
Temu.
Oh man.
eBay.
I gotta stay off Temu.
I've never been on there.
Oh my god. It's insane.
Etsy probably have them accessories. Be better to go to Joe Fest though.
All right. My number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1, dun dun dun.
Cesspool.
Nice.
That's a good.
Yeah, it's just the best. The story is amazing. I remember the cartoon clearly from when I was a kid. He's a badass in the comics. The figure itself is just, I don't know, the sculpt is amazing. I just love it. So he's I mean he's in Eco Warriors, but he could quite happily not be in Eco Warriors as well. He's just something else.
His big chest, Cobra chest plate. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chainsaw, gold highlights, and just the green and blue, gold and orange. Like it works. They got
very
it done.
much so.
So,
Yes.
Yeah. So he's my number 1, Cesspool.
Yeah, he's just got like evil all over his face. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the story that really speaks to me, though. The fact that he was a businessman and blames G.I. Joe for causing the deformities that he has to his face, when it was, in fact, it was Zartan that caused that trouble from memory. But yeah, great story. Love him.
So,
Eric, who's your 1?
who do you think my 1's going to be?
I don't know.
Mercer version 2. The first Mercer, I found out he's from my hometown, so naturally he became one of my top favorite figures. And then I look at that, the version 2 is like the Days of Future Past Mercer, like the Mercer of the future, like older, wiser Mercer. And yes, but I don't know why they had to change his file card and change his name, but he's still a cool figure in my head canon. It's the same figure, same character.
Yeah.
So I like the chainmail arm. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice touch for sure.
I don't know if it's supposed to be chainmail or a robotic arm. So
It looks chainmail to me.
yeah, but that's my number one. I mean, fight me for it.
Who's your one, Joe?
All right, probably get picked on. Don't care because I really like this figure. It's
Is it
General
purple?
Hawk. General Hawk.
Oh,
It is a cool
yes.
figure.
I love that figure. I love his backpack, his jetpack. His hairstyle could be a little, you know, it's a little, you know, but I don't know. I like the paint. Great figure.
Duke,
Absolutely.
Eco Flint was just about there, man. He was just about, and that's a cool little trick on that where you get him wet and he has like the little splotches. My Eco Flint don't turn no more.
He is on an iconic cover from the comic line.
Really?
Yeah, there's a comic where he's hanging upside down over a vat of over a vat of toxic waste. Yeah,
I do remember that cover.
Cool.
Yeah.
So on General Hawk, the backpack, the missiles are a reuse for the Slam.
That's
cool. That's cool.
Slam missiles are the same as those. Little tidbit.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna give you guys my number one,
Shoot.
which is Big Ben.
It's a good
Easy
figure.
pick for me.
He's the win for the day.
Oh, Big Ben is an awesome figure. Even I think there's like 2 other versions that are just like that, but different colors.
Yeah.
And they're great too. But that's my favorite one because it's how I see Big Ben. He didn't have a big part in the comics, but when he was in there, I liked him. And I think he was only in a couple episodes of the Deke cartoon.
Yeah.
But he was cool.
Yeah.
I love Big Ben. I think he's awesome. In my opinion, these are all great lists. Great lists from the chat. We appreciate you guys so much. Somebody did. They said, let's see, because I was cracking up when I was reading it.
What about this guy?
I know. I like that Cobra Commander too.
He's different.
He's buff.
Says low light rocking the fishnet bodysuit. Yuck.
See, that low light alone is a good figure, but if you compare him to his vintage one, he's not low light.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Look nothing like him. Dyed his hair. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing with that Mercer version 2. Version 2, they said that Mercer could have been dyeing his hair. So, or version 1.
And Heavy Duty didn't make anybody's list.
Yeah, he didn't make my list because that cannon would do some serious damage to his ability to have children in the future, I think.
Yeah.
What is your 3 alternates or honorable mentions you were talking about?
Yeah, Dusty, the Cobra Commander, and Low Light. So
Gotcha.
they're the 3 that didn't quite make my list. This one probably, I'd really labored over him.
I would like that Cobra Commander better if his body style just seems a little odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gained a little weight. He's probably going through some tough times.
Exactly.
He's a little chunky.
He fell face first in a can of protein shake.
I love the red.
Yeah, and you can almost see his face through that mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and quite often the mask isn't on him because the first thing kids did was pull it off because they wanted to see what his face looked like. And it's pretty ordinary. So
I remember I tried lifting up my mail away hooded Cobra Commander the peak underneath there, and I realized there was nothing there. I'm like, I'm going to break it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Foot.
Thank you, Foot. Here it comes. Yeah. Not the biggest fan. I don't own any.
I don't know. Is that where the true Airborne's out of?
Nope.
Or is that Skyforce? Okay.
Yeah, I got a few.
I don't know nothing about the Air Commanders.
Didn't they come with those like glider things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're actually pretty pricey too.
Yeah.
I've got a story about this one.
Matt.
What you got?
That's Cloudburst. He's one of those air commandos. So this is from that famous selfie of me and my wife. We went for a drive down south an hour away to pick up this G.I. Joe, which was in a box of toys I spotted on Facebook Marketplace. I put all of the rest of the toys in a donation bin on the way back, but kept this dude. Yeah, he's pretty cool too. Yeah, Cloudburst.
Nice.
Yeah, 91's a great yard. Yeah, you guys were
way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He about made my list. I like that a lot.
So,
if there was never a version 1 bat, he would have been on my list. But the version 1 bat, in my opinion, is leaps and bounds better than that one. Just color scheme alone.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's just not comparable. It's like Airborne to Airborne.
Yeah.
Original one's so much better. But like we said earlier, no show next week. But we'll be back in 2 weeks with 92.
Yeah.
Realize we're coming up on 94 fast. So we'll have to come up with something else after that.
Yep.
But we're open to suggestions.
Yeah.
You guys got any suggestions? Shoot them our way. If you want to come on, let us know. We do this to make friends.
Yep.
So
next
come
weekend,
on in and have some fun with us.
We'll be camping. All 4 of us will be camping out at Larry's house and roasting Vienna sausages over a campfire.
Come over to my channel and watch my stuff if you're missing these guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ronnie,
I was going to ask you what you have coming up.
Tuesday night, we have a game show night. There was a game show in Australia back in the 90s that was called Burjo's Catchphrase. And it was hosted by Baby John Burgess, and I often get called Baby John by my friends at cricket. So we've got a special guest contestant coming on, Nate, the Retro Tinker from down here. He's coming on, and I'll be running a little game show with Adam and Nate. Should
awesome.
be heaps of fun. So
Nate's so cool.
Yeah, he's a dude.
I like Nate.
And he's young for toy collecting too. So which is interesting. But yeah, it'll be heaps of fun. That's Tuesday night Australian, early Tuesday morning American. Watch it on the replay if you don't catch us live because we're funny.
Oh, yeah. I can't recommend the show enough.
Love your old show.
Yeah, we bring sound effects and all sorts of
like
yeehaw. Yep. Joe's always in the chat, so if you
I watch every Tuesday. I don't comment all the time, but I do watch the whole thing through.
Beautiful, thank you. Casey's dog.
It's on at a very weird time, so I'm usually replaying that as soon as I get to work.
Yeah.
And I normally watch a replay after I get up. So.
Like I said, I can't recommend it enough. Also, if anybody hasn't yet checked out the Barracks podcast,
yes,
it's loads of fun. Campbell and Quentin, they are so good. Definitely give them a listen. Give them, give them a sub. They are just 2 of the nicer guys doing this, and
also
you just can't go wrong there.
Go check out Shark Eyes.
Oh yeah. Shark Eyes Toys Review, and
he should come to Joe Fest too.
He should. They should come together.
Yeah, definitely. Be a trip of a lifetime. How fun would that be? Trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. So I don't know what to change the subject to.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for coming in and watching with us. But Nate, you don't have to change the subject. You just have to cash in those frequent flyer miles, come down, hang out with your friends. And that is my daughter's dog saying we should probably stop rambling.
That's
everybody, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Take care. And thank you, Joe, Ronnie, for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys.
This has been
it means a lot.
Yeah. But y'all take care. And